Hey everybody, hey internets, and welcome to another episode of O-Dub Opens Some Shit. And today I have some Throne of Eldraine packs to open for you. But before I do, let me riff on this beer. Today I'm going to be enjoying Founders Solid Gold. This is the beer I will be enjoying while I watch football this week. Now, you might be asking, what is Founders Solid Gold? Well, Founders is a little brewery that makes a beer that I really enjoy called Founders Oatmeal Breakfast Stout. Now, the Founders Oatmeal Breakfast Stout is amazing. It is out of this world. It's one of my favorite beers. And this is Founders' version of Budweiser, basically. So, if you don't like those big body beers, but you want to try something like a Coors Banquet beer or a Budweiser or something else, but you want to try a different brand, well, you've got yourself some Founders Solid Gold Premium Lager. I think it's tasty. I mean, it's not, personally, it's like I'm not going to endorse the shit. I mean, I'll drink it on camera. Or off camera, as the case may be. But not my favorite, but it does, and I like it when I watch some football because it doesn't get me wasted. So lower alcohol by volume. So, yep, I have 5 Throne of Eldraine packs. I wanted a pre-release kit, but my LGS would not let me leave with a sealed one. So I don't know if that's like a Wizards policy or if they were just being stubborn, but I did do really well in the pre-release. I went 3-1. I got 5 free packs at the end of the night for going 3-1. And I'm going to share them with you guys. We're going to do it right now. I might talk about my pre-release experience a little later. Maybe I'll show you the deck that I went 3-1 with. But for now, let's dig into some Throne of Eldraine packs. Let's see if this is going to focus for me. Am I too close? This is a new way of looking at stuff for me. So this is it's a pretty fun set. I enjoyed the pre-release. I did. Let's see what we got. Did I pass my rare? Oh, it was the 3rd one down. Giant Killer. Oh, okay. Bam. 3rd card down. Look at that. I didn't even know what I was doing. So I don't know how close I can get to this lens and not have the focus go all wonky. Giant Killer. So there's my first rare. All right. Next pack. So did any of you out there go to a Throne of Eldraine pre-release? I think pre-releases are a lot of fun. I mean, the playing field is fairly level. Yeah, I mean, people who get the bombs, they're going to... Hold on. Let's have a moment here for the rare. Shh. Emery, Lurker of the Lock. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control. Huh. I don't think I had to face that one at the pre-release. Pretty neat. I do like the art. So those are the uncommons right after the rare. That's goofy. Something else about these packs is they feel loose. It's like the vacuum packing or whatever was just... It's not the same as some of the other packs, and it feels kind of loose. I don't know if it'll come out on the camera. So Emery, Lurker of the Lock, was my rare there. They're like the cards seem to slide around inside a little easier, and on the sides it feels looser. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm imagining things, but for some reason they feel looser. But I don't open a ton of boosters, so they do have the nice pull tab on the side that makes it very easy to open. So let's get that focus. Folio of Fancies. Players have no maximum hand size. Double X. Each player draws X cards. Huh. Okay, so there's my rare. Inspiring Veteran. All that glitters. I do like the art in the set. I like the fairy tale elements. I'm not a big fairy tale fan, but, you know, so much nostalgia, childhood ties into it. I think someone mentioned this might be a reference to the Neverending Story. I heard someone say something about a reference to that. Oh, and I will show you a card that apparently has a reference to South Park or something. And I actually opened this card, and someone told me a story about it at the pre-release. And I'll share that with you after I open these packs. I'll get the card in my hands, and we can talk about that for a second. So my rare is Castle Ardenvale. Comes into the battlefield tapped unless you control a planes. 4 mana create. Okay. I guess I'm trying to compare this to the card that just rotated out from Ixalan that you could tap. You produced a vampire with lifelink, though. It was the 1-drop that flipped to a land. So this is kind of nice because you've got the ability to create the creatures right away. You don't have to activate it, really. You don't have to flip it, but you're not getting lifelink out of that. I wonder if that's going to work in Standard. I'm sure people will be playing it. I like the art on that glass casket. I saw someone, I didn't play against the deck, but I saw someone who had like 4 of these out in their deck, and I think they went 3-1. All right, so Castle Ardenvale. So 4 packs down, 1 pack left. Last one here. Oh, you know what? That's how it's done. All right. Well, last pack, and then we'll talk a little bit about my pre-release deck or something. I don't know. I'm in a good mood. So, I guess we're getting the rare already. Here we go. Steel Gaze Griffin, flying. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, Steel Gaze Griffin gets +2/+0 until end of turn. That's not rare. Shouldn't that have been the rare? Wasn't the rare? That's foil. Oh. That's foil. I'm sorry. It doesn't show up too well. There we go. There we go. Hushbringer. There's my rare. 2 mana. Flying lifelink. 1/2. Creatures entering the battlefield or dying don't cause abilities to trigger. So I guess this is the Yarok shutoff valve. That'll be a decent sideboard tech against a Yarok. Savvy Hunter. Okay, I did run that in my deck. That was a good card. I'll get to that in a moment. Just want to give these packs the time they deserve. This card cracks me up. True story. Spoiler alert, he killed my Garrick. I'm not kidding. This actually killed my Garrick. All right. Well, that was fun. I don't know if the rares are worth anything. I haven't really been paying attention to this set to know what's worth anything. But I did get 1 foil out of these 5 packs. And yeah, the packs feel kind of loose. It's kind of weird. I don't know if anyone else has had that experience. But here are the 5 rares. Oh, the folio was foil. I didn't even realize that. Holy crap. This new angle for filming has got me not knowing what I'm doing. Why isn't that focusing? There we go. It's foil. Holy moly, I didn't even see that. So it was a foil rare and it was in my rare slot. Don't you normally get a foil card in addition to your rare? Did I skip over a rare? Hang on a moment. Did I skip over a rare? And let's see. I apologize if this is super blurry. I'm getting used to. I'm trying out a different camera setup. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. If you're watching, tell me. Oh, this is so blurry. This is unbelievable. I'm so sorry, people. I do have another rare. Yorvo, Lord of Garenbrig. Well, there you go. I skipped it. I didn't even realize I had a foil rare, and there was a rare right behind it, and I thought it was an uncommon. Lord of Garenbrig, 3 mana, 0/0. That's pretty neat. Cool. Okay. So that was a successful few packs there, if you ask me. So now, really quick, I think I will thumb through my deck and talk about it with you. Hold on one second. All right. Here is what I put together with my sealed kit. The Flaxen Intruder. I actually got to cast the 3 bears portion one time. A couple other times it was stuck in my hand because I kept holding on to it to cast those 3 bears. So I don't know if it was the payoff I had hoped for, because I did go 2-1 in every game. And there was a couple games where I lost, and I think this was in my hand. Gilded Goose, I got one of those. Oh yeah, baby. As soon as I saw that, I was like, I'm playing black-green. When I opened that pack, it was like, you're playing black-green. And I was like, holy shit, I am playing black-green. And that was a instrumental to winning at least 3 of my games. I got him on the board 4 times out of I played 3 games, I played 12 games altogether. And I got him out at least 4 times. And if he hit the board, I pretty much won. I got the fancy Evolving Wilds. So I did go strict black-green. I didn't splash any additional colors. This was instrumental a couple times to dredging back a creature. It's a pretty decent, like, Gravedigger type card. Spinning Wheel, I only got one of these, but I got it probably 8 or 9 of my games. It was like a good luck charm or something. I kept hitting the Spinning Wheel. This was very good 4-drop, 4 for 4/4 trample that gives you a food token. I didn't get to play this guy too much. He was a 5-drop and I never found time for him. I got the Noble out on a couple occasions and had a good system going where I was able to grow him. That was good for draw, helped thin out my deck. It also, I feel like you only want to play your strongest cards. And I didn't feel like I had any other super strong cards, so I'd rather draw to my good cards. So I actually ran 2 of these, and I was casting it a lot, and it was a very potent card for me. This was great. Whenever this hits the board, it just really puts the screws to your opponent. I had some knights in my deck, or some humans, I mean. But I had a lot of non-humans, and when he hit the board, that definitely made the opponents tough, in a tough spot. I definitely used that. Spore Cap Spider came out a lot for me. Just good for gumming up the works and keeping people off your back. 3 mana for a 1/5. Hell yeah. This was, I felt awkward using this card because there were times I thought twice about attacking because I was like, do I really want to mill myself? Like, what if I mill over a card I need and I can't get it back? So I like I'm using this in a Rakdos build with Dreadhorde Arcanist, and it's a lot of fun. But in limited, I just felt weird. I just felt weird using it because I didn't want to mill my card. I didn't want to mill my own card. Picked off a few creatures with that. He was okay. I didn't really need him for mana fixing because I was only playing black and green. So, but you know, a 2/4 with Vigilance, I was able to attack a few times and keep him untapped. It was nice. I didn't really like that card, Curious Pair. I probably shouldn't have played it. This is good. This is it's a great 1-drop. I was running a lot of creatures that, you know, weren't humans. So for 1 mana, I get to buff a creature for 2/1 for the rest of the game, and I can move it to somebody else. I mean, it was like a no-brainer. I really liked that. Piper of the Swarm. Now this card was awesome. Piper of the Swarm, I got this card a lot. I drew it a lot. I was really happy. I only had 1 copy, but I probably drew it 5 or 6 times out of my 12 games. And, you know, you just keep creating these rats. I actually stole creatures with this card and won games because of it. I was able to, in some of my grindier games, get 3 rats on the board and I stole a 7/6 Vigilance Trample with this. It was glorious. This card, super awesome. I had a lot of ways to generate food, and I sacrificed a lot of food for a lot of cards. And in limited, it's all about card draw. I mean, if you can get more cards than your opponent, you're just going to outlast them and outburn them. And that card was fantastic. This was awkward. It was hard to find times when I wanted to invest 5 mana in taking out an opponent's creature, and then I had to have shit in my graveyard. It was not very good removal. I'd second think that. And this was, I didn't think that this artifact equipment was as good as the other one. It did an auto equip, and I had a couple people I talked to who said they generated a lot of food tokens with it, but it just didn't quite hit for me. It didn't work out as well for me. But anyways, that was the deck that I went 3-1 with. Every match I played went 3 games, so I won 3 of my matches 2-1, and then the last match it was 1-2. I couldn't eke it out, and I couldn't beat him. He actually ran mono green. It was amazing. He was so fortunate that he got the pulls that he did, and he was able to run mono green. It's so hard to overcome a mono deck. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, I hope your pulls are better than mine. Peace.